Welcome to this lesson of HTML and CSS. Well, in the previous lesson, in the previous video, I've shown you how you are going to use HTML and CSS for basics. So, just as I told you in the previous video that I will be showing how you'll be concatenating or linking CSS and also HTML together. So, this can be used in both like educational and also professional purpose. Okay. So first I'm going to do is open up a text document, and first I'm going to do is change the txt. Now I'm going to type in HTML. I'm going to do is press on yes, and you can also change the name. Let's say I'm going to rename it. Now let's say I'm going to type in to be index, which we do most of the time. And another method of how you'll be able to change the format is going to be going on here, and from there what you're going to do is going to be like search for file explorer option. If it is not opened, from there go over to view, and you have this option of hide extension for known file type. If you turn it on, press on apply, you will see that I cannot see the format anymore. So what you're going to do is click on it, turn it off, press on apply, and press on OK. Now you'll be able to see the format. Okay, so I'm going to go over there again, search for that file explorer option, go over to view, click on hide extension, press on apply, press on OK, and then you'll be able to change the format of whichever document you are using. Now I'm going to create another one, click on new, click on text document, and this is going to be, let's say I'm going to type in circle. And instead of txt, I'm going to use CSS over here. And CSS is the styling language, so I'm going to press on yes, and I have CSS and I also have HTML. So I'm going to open both of them up, right click on it, open with brackets. I'm going to open both of them up and then use it for various purposes. You can see that my brackets is turning on. So I'm going to do is maximize it and then use it. So here what I'm going to do is going to be starting off with the basic codes or basic tags. So first is going to be doc type. Make sure to keep that to be, obviously capital, and put this mark over here, because if you don't do that, it's not going to work. Doc type HTML, close it up. Now hit on enter. I'm going to start off with the HTML tag, HTML. Now close it up and you will see the closing tag will also open up. Now it's going to be the header in between them. The head, if you want to put in head or content, whichever one you prefer, you can put it up over here. And from here, you can also type in the heading, which one you want to put. Let's say from here, I'm going to put in, let's say H1. Okay, you can do that. But as we are going to make a circle by using HTML and CSS and show you how it actually works, so I'm going to do is, let's say I'm going to cut it up and keep it like this, and you can also keep it to be over here, HTML and then head. The next one is going to be the body. So I'm going to do is keep some spaces in between head, because I'm going to put it or put up the link. So I'm going to put up over here is going to be the body, close it up, and here I'm going to put up deviation tag. So in between, I'm going to put in some spaces too. Div. You can see the div has opened up. Div class. You can see class has opened up too. And I'm going to do is put in container. So type in container. This is going to be the container tag. And I'm going to do is close it up. I'm going to put it over here. Close it up, and you have another deviation tag, which is going to be the close deviation tag, which is like this. And I'm going to do is put on body over the next one. And next is going to be, I'm going to open up the CSS. So I'm going to minimize it, right click on it, open with brackets, and now I have CSS and also HTML. Now on the CSS, I'm going to type in body and then open up the brackets. Body, open up the bracket by this. This is how the CSS actually works. Now for here, I'm going to do is type in headings and then paddings and then shadows, whichever one you want to put. So for here, I'm going to do is start off with padding. Hit on enter. I'm going to do is type in padding. You have padding over here. Padding should be 0. I'm going to put in 0 and close it off with this. I'm going to put in margin. Close it off with, let's say it's going to be 0 too. And as this is 0, I'm going to do is close it off, as I'm not going to need any of it anymore. And I'm going to put in dot container. You can also copy it from the first one and then fix up the background. You can take it from here, which is going to be, I'm going to be using this container. I'm going to go over CSS container. Now I'm going to do is open up the bracket again. Now hit on enter. I'm going to do is background color, ground, is going to be background color. You can select it from over here. And you can select whichever color you want to use. Let's say I'm going to select on this one. You can see dark light gray, but you can also use codes. Okay, let's say I'm going to do is type in hash. Now let's say I'm going to use the code like maybe yellow. Okay, so I'm going to type in FBB12F, which is the color of yellow, which you can see from over here. What I'm going to do is close it off. You can see this is the color of yellow, the hex code or this, CSS code. I'm going to do is hit on enter. And I'm going to type in another code, which is going to be the height. Open it up. I'm going to type in 100 VH. Close it off. Now, VH is, V and height. I'm going to hit on enter. Now I'm going to put in width. And now I'm going to put in open and press it on 100. This is going to be WH, okay, or W or VW, okay. VW, close it off. Then it's going to be display. I'm going to keep it to be flexible or type in flex. Display is going to be flex box, okay. Close it off. Now I'm going to close it off, okay, as all of them are done. Now I'm going to put in or go over to index. From here, I'm going to open up more deviation classes. So I'm going to do is put in this. Let's say I'm going to type in div. So I'm going to type in over here. I'm going to type in div again, div, and then class. I'm going to keep it to be circle, okay? Class is going to be circle, which is over here. Now I'm going to close it off with the last tag or close it off with div again. So I'm going to do is put it up over here, close it off. You can see deviation tag has ended, and you can go over to CSS again. Now, as I've gone over to CSS, now I'm going to use the circle tag or dot circle. I'm going to do is open up the tag, hit on enter. I'm going to fix up the circle too, using the same steps, which is going to be background color, height, width, all of those. I'm going to type in background color. It's going to be, let's say, white. I can use this one, or you can also type in white. Close it off, hit on enter. You can see white, how it actually works. You can also type in whichever color you want. You can also type in red and all of those, okay? That's like totally up to you. I'm going to type in height. Height is 250px or 230px. 230px. Close it off. I'm going to type in width. Open it up. I'm going to keep it to be 230px2. Close it off. Now, the next thing is going to be a bit different. What I'm going to do is align it. So I'm going to go over here, hit on enter. And I'm going to do is type in align item. Align the item or align items. That's like totally up to you. I'm going to keep it to be center. Now I'm going to close it off too. Now I'm going to be is as I'm done with align items. The next thing I'm going to do is justify the content. Justify content. Open it up, and you will see I'm going to be changing it into center too. Keep it on center. Now we are done over here. Now I'm going to go over here. I'm going to fix the circle. From here, I'm going to do is fix up the border. Let's say I'm going to type in border radius. Border, okay, border radius. You can see border radius over here. Let's say I'm going to keep it to be 60%. Okay, 60%. Now I have my border too. So as I'm done, I'm going to do is closing it off. And now I'm going to do is open up another one. Or first off, I'm going to do is link the file. And then after I link the file, you will see how it actually will look like. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing over here on head. So I'm going to go over here on head. And I'm going to put in the title. Let's say I'm going to open up title. Now, as I have my title, I'm going to name it to be circle. I'm going to close the title, and then I'm going to type in circle. Okay, as I've turned in circle, now I'm going to link up the file, and I also have a definite, link or a definite tag for that. So I'm going to do is type in equal or this, bracket, and then I'm going to do is type in link. Open it up. Link, and then relative, and then you're going to type in equal. I'm gonna go over there, equal, and then you're gonna type in, let's say it's going to be style sheet, and the next one is going to be href, which you can see has opened up, equal double quotation. Now it's going to be circle.css, which is over here, circle CSS. As I'm done, I'm gonna do is close it off. Now we are done. I'm gonna click on save. I'm gonna minimize it and open it up. Now it will take a bit of a time, and now you can see that it is opening up. And if it doesn't open up, open it up on a different web browser. So I'm gonna do is, let's say I'm gonna turn it on by using another browser. Now you can see that the file which I made over here by making a circle, and you can like do the same step over on, you know, like all of the content too. So what you have to do is just follow the steps and you will be able to make a circle in your web page. Okay, so hope you understood everything about this lesson, and thank you for staying with us and watching this video until the end.